to share their experiences with Swami. First up, we have Sister Vijaya Vijay Kumar. Sister Vijaya has been incredibly fortunate to have been a part of Swami's fold for the past 37 years. Her journey began as a Seva Dal in the Sai organization, and when she relocated to Uganda, she was blessed to be chosen as the first educational coordinator for the newly established center. It was a moment of great significance when Brother Victor Kanu and Brother Kishan Kubchandani personally conveyed Swami's message to her. In addition to her role in Uganda, Sister Vijaya also served a full term as devotional coordinator at the Fremont Center in California. These experiences have humbled her and enriched her spiritual growth. With immense gratitude, she eagerly shares her journey and the profound lessons she has learned with her fellow Sai brothers and sisters. Sai Ram, and let's please welcome and give a warm welcome to Sister Vijaya. I can leave you this just in case.
Thank you. Thank you, Anjali. Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan and loving Sai Rams to all of you present here. When I was approached to share my experiences at this retreat, I immediately said yes, and then asked Swami what he would like me to share. These are the incidents that came to my mind, and I have chosen to share them with you all. After my first, 15-day service as a Sevadal at Perthi, as we were returning to Chennai, we stopped at Whitefield to see Swami. We waited anxiously for him, and when our state president conveyed our message, Swami said, "Exams undi pillalku. Time ledu pada namaskaram ivataniki." I said, "What?" "Exams are for the kids. Why he is not giving us what we are here for?" Nope, it did not happen in the morning. So many of us did not eat, and we were all crying and praying intensely because we even had one more chance in the evening, hoping, it would happen in the evening. So, no. Swami drove past us without rolling down the car windows as he left for the summer showers. We were asked to grab food and get into the bus. So we were all disappointed as we were about to leave. We saw the students running towards us, signaling that Swami's return. So, we hurried back, taking our positions. And as Swami stepped out of the car, I accidentally sat on the ant colony. The ants were very upset with me. They came in hordes and bite me. I didn't mind their bite, but, I didn't want them to bite Swami. So I started smashing them and saying, I'm sorry, but when Bhagwan works on you, you will all be liberated. Come on. At that moment, reasoning, intelligence, everything faded away. And my love for Swami overpowered everything else. It always looked like Swami was taking a long time to pass through the rows of Sevadals, but in reality, he breezed through at lightning speed, gracefully floating amongst us. This was the time for me to become an expert in multitasking. I spread 2 new handkerchiefs over the ants, held out vibhuti packets in my hand for Swami to bless, and before he moved away from me, I needed to take his pada namaskar too. Everything I need to ask very fast. When I managed to do all of this, I can't even express the bliss in words. Ever grateful to Swami for the love that he showers on us, forever and ever, even when I forget to hold on to his hands. From 1994 to 2002, we lived in Nairobi, Africa, before moving to Uganda and eventually settling there. Here, allow me to share a story from Nairobi. One cold morning in Nairobi. Nairobi is 5,889 feet above the sea level. At Brahma Muhurtam, as soon as I finished my Jyoti meditation, I went to start my cooking. I had to finish it before 6:30 in the morning so that I could pack the lunch for my kids. So I usually do the preliminary preparations like cutting the vegetables and all the previous night itself and leave them at the kitchen counter. When I opened the cut vegetables, I found lots of ants in them. Trust me, friends, thinking of it now, I think the same ants that I killed way back were all there to take revenge on me so that I could be scolded by Bhagwan this time. Because last time I got his darshan, sparshan, sambhashan, everything. But not this time. I tried many ways to get them all out. Most of them left. But it was getting late. I was losing patience. And I decided to pour water and strain the rest of them so that I could use the vegetables for cooking. But when I did that, I noticed them all float. Felt very sorry for them. Hey, I'm not God to save each one of you. Imagine, everybody was sleeping in the house. The house was in total silence. I heard Swami clearly and sternly telling me, Maria, I am God antunnave. Shocked, I ran to the altar and fell at his feet because it is not just once in a day that we are all saying it. We are saying it 21,600 times. Soham. There is a coincidence about Soham and this day. When I was just flipping through this morning, I got Sendil's message. We all know there is no coincidence when it comes to Swami. I burst out in laughter because always Swami has a sense of humor. And accidentally I came across this divine discourse, Buddha Purnima, summer course, 26th May 2002. Exactly 21 years ago this day, you are the embodiment of God. Where Swami says, this Sogam is also known by the name Hamsa Gayatri. So means that, Ham means I am. I am, that is the meaning of Soham. You should chant Soham with every breath. When you breathe, you are inhaling So and you are exhaling Hum. If we repeat Soham mantra with every inhalation and exhalation of breath, it will do a lot of good to you. Repeat Soham with every breath and watch your breath carefully. This is, maybe we can take it as a thought for the day. So when we were in Nairobi, every year I used to make 2 to 3 trips to India. And if the trip was for 2 weeks, the first week I'll be at Perthi. And the next week, it would be with my dad. Both were my heroes. I equally loved them. As soon as I land, my dad would ask, when? I would say, tonight. He would say, how long? Depending on the answer that I give my dad, he would always know that many days I would be with him too. This pattern continued even after we moved here. Of course, it was not that many trips, just 1 or 2 till 2010. One such trip, we were fortunate to have an interview. As soon as we went back to Nairobi, my friend called. And she asked me to come home and share before I did it at the center. So I was more than happy because while sharing experiences, we all go back in time and relive those moments once again. I requested my husband to drop me and instruct the driver to pick me up in the evening. This, the whole day passed blissfully talking about Bhagwan. Since my husband had some official work in town, he came to pick me after getting my children from school. While driving us home, I playfully told him, if we go home before 6 o'clock, you may go to work, or else stay. He thought he can make it before 6. So he did not say yes or no. Very smart husband, but he We couldn't make it before 6 due to the heavy traffic on that day. So while parking the car, we could hear the phone ringing. Those days, we did not have cell phones. They were all landlines. So, he rushed to answer it, and it was from his work. His colleague asked him, "Where were you?" "My husband," he said, "only now I could come from school. So I'll be there." "So what's the matter?" He said, "Don't come, don't come. The thugs were all here looking for you till 6 o'clock, and they robbed all of us our valuables at gunpoint. It is my husband or one other person in the company usually handled heavy cash of the company." Imagine the compassion of our Lord. In that 8 years of our stay, not one single bad incident ever occurred to him. But for Swami has saved us, our lives, innumerable times. But for him, I wouldn't be standing in front of you even today. Once our family met with an accident. The car was totaled off. Myself and my husband slid down, and both the car seat went and covered my kids at the back. Nobody can figure it out how it could happen. People came running, calling out to see anybody alive inside. None of us had even a scratch. Trust me, my friends, my husband had just a dot of blood, like a needle prick. Nothing other than that. So everybody came, and then the car was in Subaru's showroom, display with captions for 1 year, how it saved a family miraculously. And we all know who saved. So I can just go on and on about our beloved Swami and the love he had for us. Jokingly, it seems, at our Raleigh Rice Center, they were saying, just tell auntie to share experiences only for a minute, and she would do it for 30 minutes. Who can stop talking about Swami? It is Sai Leela Amrit. Addiction, my friends, worse than the sugar cravings. In 2011, I had a chance to go to India in March for just a week. There was a function in the family I couldn't avoid. The same question, when? I said, I'm not going to Parthi this time, since I got to go back and take up a new job. My father was very, very happy. When I landed here, my daughter asked me, "His Swami is hospitalized. Are you aware?" I first couldn't believe it. I told her, "Hey, he's a drama Rama." Forgive me, my brothers and sisters, with all due respects and love, I call Swami all names and all forms, right? Just now somebody sang. Because he is no different than my dad to me. It is election time in India, so to avoid the politician, he must be doing all this. But rest, you all know what happened that year. I was very upset with him and kept asking him, "Why did you do this to me this time?" Until November that year, when my other hero also left without saying goodbye to me, that is my dad. Then I got the answer for why Swami did not let me come to Parthi that year. He wanted me to spend the entire week with my dad that time, because I am going to not see him then. Whenever I sit alone and recollect how Swami has always been looking after us, my heart gets overwhelmed with gratitude. And the song by Emma Sama comes to my mind. And I sing at home. I'm not Emma Sama, forgive me. And, please go listen to this song in the YouTube. Just few lines from the song I shall sing so that you would know which song I'm mentioning here. I strongly believe any lyrics should be heard in their original language they are written and understood to enjoy. Translation don't do justice. Let me sing. முழுதாய் உணர்ந்தவர் யாரோ சாயி உன்னை முழுதாய் உணர்ந்தவர் யாரோ சாயி உன்னை முழுதாய் உணர்ந்தவர் யாரோ. The highlight of the song is this line. கொண்டது எந்தனை கொடுத்ததோ உந்தனை என்ன கணக்கோ இது ஏதும் புரியாது, உன்னை முழுதாய் உணர்ந்தவர் யாரோ சாயி, உன்னை முழுதாய் உணர்ந்தவர் யாரோ. We are all so fortunate and blessed to be in His fold. Our lives are sanctified. Swami said, I am in you, with you, around you. Twice in the interview room, and He blessed me. That is more than enough for me in this life. Our Bhagwan is always watching over us, guiding and guarding us. Why fear when He is here? Please hold on to Him tight and don't leave Him, come what may. I would like to conclude with the beautiful lines by Robert Drake. Sometimes I feel I want to go back in time, not to change things, but to feel a couple of things twice. Sometimes I wish I was a baby for a while, not to be walked in the pram, but to see my mother's smile. Sometimes I wish I could go back to school, not to become a child, but to spend more time with those friends I never met after school. Sometimes I wish I was a fresher at my work, not to do less work, but to recall the joy of the first paycheck. Sometimes I wish my kids were younger, not because they grow fast, but to play with them a bit more. Sometimes I feel I still had some more time to live, not to have a longer life, but to know what I could give to others. For those of you who knew that I was blessed with a lease of life recently, makes me think it was for this occasion Swami saved me. Since the times that are gone can never come back, let's enjoy the moments as we live them from now on to the fullest. Thanks to all of you for the patient listening, and thanks to Bhagavan and the organizers for giving me this golden opportunity to express my gratitude one more time to my beloved Sai. Jai Sai Ram.